towards your chest. Good. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of hip strengthening here. We'll start with our clamshells, which many of you know really well. As you inhale, you're just going to start to lift that top knee up. As you exhale, you lower it down. Well, we'll move with our breath low and slow. I like to place my hand on the outer hip, that top hip, so I can really feel the muscles engage here. You can see if you can also feel that for yourself. Good. One more. Good. Okay. And then squeeze those knees together. The knees are going to stay together, and it'll be the ankle and shin that lifts up as you inhale. And then that lowers on the exhale. So this is working with internal rotation of the hip. Don't worry about having a large range of motion here, but if you were to place your hand on that outer hip, that top hip, you might again feel, oh yeah, I can feel some of these muscles working here. Good. Let's do one more. Yeah, excellent. Good. Okay, and then lower the leg. Take a little pause there. Just notice how that feels. And now we'll work with some extra stability here. So this is where your block comes into it. You're going to lift up that top thigh just a little bit. And this block ideally is going to balance on the side of your thigh. Now, I know this is hard. I know the block is possibly going to fall off here. We're all just going to be very patient with ourselves. This just being here, thigh parallel to the ground, block on the thigh, is already quite a bit of work. So let's find our breath. Find that dorsiflexion of the foot. And now what you're going to do is slowly, slowly back that thigh bone up a little bit. Keep the bend of the knee. And then as you exhale, you bring it forward. So you can have a wee look if my instructions aren't clear. On the inhale, I just start to back it up a little bit. It does not need to be far. On the exhale, it comes forward. So the block is there to really show us, oh, am I keeping this fairly level? Good. Yeah, that's it exactly. Nice. One more. Good. Okay, and then take that block off. Stack the knees. Take a little pause. And then you can have a little stretch here of sideline dancer reaching back for the top of the foot. A little stretch for the inner hip. Good. Yeah. Take another breath like that. And then let's undo, stack the knees, and flip on over to your other side. So same thing, you'll have that same bolster support for your head. You'll still have that block nearby. And we'll start with our clamshell. So knees sneak in towards the chest. On the inhale, top knee lifts. On the exhale, knee lowers down. So moving gently. And we want to keep it fairly low and slow. We're trying to get into a muscle called the gluteus medius. It's the side hip muscle. It's really important for hip stability. If we've got any impingement of the hip, we want to strengthen this. Let's do one or two more. Good. Yes. And then next time that knee lowers, let's squeeze the knees together, lift up the ankle, and then exhale, bring it down. So ankle, lower leg. Yeah. And we do this about 5 times. Don't worry about how much movement, mobility you have here. Good. Yeah. Any of us with sacroiliac joint or SI joint issues, this is a great movement to bring in a little bit more of this internal rotation. Let's do one more. Good. Okay, pause, grab your block. Lift up that top thigh just so that it's parallel to the ground. Have the block rest, balance on that thigh. First, just find your breath. So you're going to need to gather your core on the exhale to really keep this balance. So you might do that exhale right away. Good. Yes. And then as you start to feel a bit more balance, you can start to bring the leg back a little bit on the inhale and then bring forward on the exhale. You've got it. Yes. And just keep going with your breath. So we're working with stability. Good, slow movement. Yeah, and just as with any other asymmetrical or one-sided movement where you might notice, oh yeah, one side's real harder than the other. Yeah, good. That's it. And trying to keep the same knee bend. So we're not changing the bend of the knee. Comes right from the hip. Yeah, good. Last one. Yes. Good. And then go ahead, take that block off. Place it to the side, and you can do your side lying dancer to release out. Can you feel that in the hips a little bit? Yes. Okay. Good. Take another breath. Okay, then undo, stack the knees,